Hey everybody, happy Sunday and happy first Sunday of July. You all know what that means. That means it's the sewing buzz. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to SewNaturalDane. We are here today with a little chat during the sewing buzz, the first Sunday of the month. We always do the sewing buzz. So for those who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video, and welcome to all my new subscribers and those who continue to tune in from week to week. I appreciate it. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So the sewing buzz, for those who do not know, is typically me bringing in to you what is going on in the sewing community. Maybe there's some sewing challenges or something going on I can share with you, or I haven't done this in a while. I might share with you a new sewing tool or something that I have really been enjoying lately. I haven't really gotten any new sewing tools or anything like that, so I really don't have that much of an update for you. I haven't done that in a while. And then also new patterns, and typically the new patterns I share are all indie related patterns. So these are not commercial patterns or the big four. And also, for those who do not know, I am on a pattern no buy for 2024, which means, and let me be specific, no garment patterns. So I'm not purchasing any garment patterns from the big four or big five or from indie. However, having said that, I can purchase handbag or accessory type patterns, and I did purchase two. I will share that with you during the new pattern release when I get to that part. And what I'll make sure I do is I will try to remember. Sometime I forget, but I will try to remember to put timestamps at the bottom of the screen, so you can just fast forward or go back and forth between whatever sections you would like. So first of all, I want to go ahead and tell you guys the pattern has been selected. So pattern and focus, that's the first thing I'm gonna start with, because you all know, if you saw, I think it was in my previous video, I mentioned I am starting over from the beginning. So and I'm looking up because that's where my patterns are. You all know I do every quarter, and for those who don't, every quarter I focus on a pattern company, the big four. This pattern and focus is to get me through my commercial pattern stash. And so every quarter I change the pattern company that I focus on. And so this past quarter, if you missed, I just wrapped up with Embroidery. And so you can see that. I'll pop it up here in the iCards, the one that I recently finished, and I did make the update to it. Actually, I'm gonna have to grab it because I need to share with you. Actually, let me do that first. Okay, actually I wasn't thinking I should have worn this in the video today, but that's okay, because once the day that I finished this, I took pictures and everything, because if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw it anyway. But here she is. I did update the neckline. All I did was I completely took the tab out. And so, as some of you who saw the video, you know this is Embroidery 6876, and there were issues with that neckline. I thought the tab was too high and I was going to adjust the tab and all of that, but the more I looked at it, and even a few of you commented, take the tab out, and that's exactly what I did. And you know what, remember that gaping, the armhole gaping that was going on, that pretty much disappeared, because I guess with the tab, since it brought this in closer, it caused the arm side to go in this way. So once I released that, this was released and I didn't have that gaping, and so that actually turned out really good. So, and I like this fabric, and so yeah, so that's fixed. Yay, so happy about that. But the pattern and focus, since I'm starting over, going back to that, I started back with Simplicity, because that's the company I started with first. So I'm back to Simplicity, and I had the 3 patterns up, and the pattern that actually was selected by you all, and let me just pull it up here on my phone, because I wanted to get the day that I record this, get the latest what the vote was. Okay, and so the one that ended up winning is the Simplicity This is Simplicity. Yeah. 8888. And yeah, so that's the one that you all selected, and that's the one that I would do. And so thank you. It was 214 votes. And so I'll probably let me do a screenshot. I'll pop it up here on the screen. As you can tell, 214 votes. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And so that is the pattern and focus for the month of July. And I'm thinking I'll have to, I believe I do want to do the longer version with the slit on the side. And so I need to make sure I have enough fabric, because my goal usually when I do the pattern and focus, when I make something, is to use fabric that's already in my stash as well. Use pattern in my stash, use fabric in my stash. And so I'm looking over here at my fabric. I don't have you guys turn that way because it is storming here. Well, it's not storming now. It actually just stopped before I recorded. But it's a huge overcast, and so I'm like right in front of the window. But that dress requires about 3 yards of fabric, maybe, and I have the XXL, maybe 4 yards. I wouldn't mind it going all the way down to my ankle. So if I don't have 4 yards of something, which I may not, because I stopped buying so much continuous yardage of fabric a while back, I typically stick to 2 to 3 yards when I buy something. So if I have 3 yards of something, I will use that. But I do have a couple long yardage. What I will probably focus on is using one, whichever fabric I have in there that has the most yardage. I'll focus on that for this, because I think that will be awesome. So stay tuned for this. This will come out. It's usually, I save the reveal of the pattern and focus for the final Sunday or final Wednesday of the month. So either way, I think this will be the final Wednesday of July. You'll get that. So yeah, very excited. Thank you so much for your vote. Now moving on to some news of what's going on in the sewing community. So first of all, I know many of you have seen the live that I did. It's probably a couple weeks ago now, of Myra, my good sewing friend. And so I'm not gonna go over any of that in this video, but I do encourage you to go watch that live. It's short, it's not very long, about Myra and her husband, what they're currently going through. And so yeah, go check that out. And I want to thank you all, the DMs, the emails that you have, because she for those who don't know, she had put me down as a point of contact. But for all of those who did reach out, contact, and some of you have direct contact with her, right? But thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. I will leave a link to that live down below. Now moving on to some of the other things going on in the sewing community. So there are, if you all been following Instagram, you know Frocktails has been popping up everywhere. And there was just one, the most recent one I believe was in Chicago, or was it San Francisco? I feel like there's one coming up in San Francisco, or it's called Bay Area Frocktails, I believe. Or did that just end? I'll leave it down in the comment section, or in the description box. Click on that, you'll see it. But there are 2 more Frocktails coming up. Frocktails New York, which I know is always super duper popular, so super popular. Theirs is in September. And then there's a new one, Frocktails in Baltimore. And so I believe her name is LaShawn. Her handle is Let's Get Social. She has a YouTube channel. She actually just did a video all about Baltimore Frocktails and what to expect and all that. So I will leave a link to her YouTube, and that way you can hear all about, but that is one that is coming up soon, is the Baltimore Frocktails. So if you guys are in these areas, definitely get to the Frocktails, because I enjoy, I think I said this last month too, or the past few months, that for all the Frocktails that's been going on, I actually enjoy watching all of the content creators on Instagram, and if they post something on YouTube, like they're shopping and all this other different stuff, I enjoy watching those videos. It is so much fun to see so much excitement and love of sewing and people sharing their experiences, and yeah, I enjoy it. So I'm always watching stories and watching the reels and everything, and so it's so much fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am wearing, just in case somebody asks, I am wearing the Love Notions Harmony blouse, and I've done a video on that, but anyway, I can link to it if anybody's interested. I'll try to remember to link the video if I remember, or just the pattern or whatever, but anyway, I'll link that down below. All right, so I did a thing. It's been a lot going on in the world of SewNaturalDane, and there is quite a bit I don't mind sharing, but one of the things, because you all know I had a coffee account. You all remember I had a coffee account, and I told you I just cannot with all these different platforms and trying to keep up with this, that, and other. And as much as I like to automate things and stuff like that, I just could not. And those platforms for coffee, Patreon, and all that are so good because I know they're beneficial. I've even provided coffee or joined the Patreon and all this other different stuff as well, so I know how beneficial it can be. Just for me personally as a content creator, it was just not, I could not with the coffee. I closed that many years ago and talked about that, and then Patreon I just never did, was not interested in another platform. And so having said that, and there's so much that I have been doing and enjoying, and just thought maybe people might be interested, I did create a membership here for YouTube because it's on one platform. I don't have to worry about going to some other platform, and content and everything I can just easily drop in membership only. So I created it about maybe by the time you see this video, and if you decide to join, you'll see there's already a members only post over there. And I did it about maybe a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago. I never spoke about it in any of my videos or anything. I just put it out there, and I was like, oh, if somebody see, they see, you know, and everything. But I'm officially announcing that yes, I did create a membership. You can join if you would like, if it's something you think you might want to support or something like that. Feel free. It is right down, I believe it should be right, it shows right on the channel. I'll try to remember to show that in a cutaway, but if not, you all know the join buttons are usually right below the right next to the title and everything on the channel right there. So some of the things that the membership includes is more behind the scenes of SewNaturalDane. So like I say, there is a lot going on with SewNaturalDane. As you all know, right now the biggest focus for me is the retreat and preparing for that, the sewing retreat that's coming up, in the luxury sewing retreat, might I add, that's coming up in February here in Texas. And there's been so much going on with that, so excited about it. Some big major things just happened actually within the past couple weeks. But if you missed, I did share a short reel on the BHM Pattern Designers page of the retreat. The venue is a short reel. I actually went live in the retreat, the SewNaturalDane retreat Facebook group. I was live with them, walking them around, answering questions and everything. So obviously that video is much longer, has more information, and that's just for the retreat people. But I did share a high level where the retreat is being held, you know, just snippets of the room, how the room look, and all this other, the en-suites and everything. And so you can go check that out. I'll leave a link to that down below. But there are other things going on with SewNaturalDane that, you know, I wouldn't mind sharing. And so that's what the membership includes. Help with creation monthly live. So I'm considering doing a live once a month, and it will be it can be pretty much anything. That is what membership is for, to prioritize or even take the suggestions from the membership and say, hey, what about this? And then I can even go live talking with even membership only lives if that's something the members are interested in as well. Product sneak peeks. Like I say, there's a lot of creation going on in the background that I don't mind sharing, but yeah, it will be behind a membership. Member shout outs, of course, access to exclusive content, all of that good stuff. So that is, so for those who would like to support the channel even further, I would appreciate it. It's all that will help go back into the channel and different things. Even, you know, the YouTube revenue helps with, as you all saw, the updates to the excuse me, the sewing space, stuff like that I'm able to invest in and give back. And as much as that I can really give back to the community, that will be great. It doesn't change anything so far as the channel sew-alongs, you know, my membership, the subscriber monthly picks. If I do a sew-along, obviously that'll go out to everybody. So it really doesn't change anything so far as that, but there's other stuff. So consider it. The link will be down below. Now let's get into these sewing projects. What am I working on? So you guys, let me just show you a piece. Let me see if I can remember. ME 2052, the pattern is on the floor. The Know Me pattern, Beauty J'adore. I got the fabric in. Remember, it was in the project bag because I didn't have enough fabric to cut out the sleeve and the collar. Well, and I got that fabric from LA Finch Fabrics. Well, I kept stalking LA Finch Fabrics and they restocked, and I got some more, and I got more fabric. Actually, pause for the cause. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, because on Wednesday you are going to get a fabric haul, because I did take advantage of Joann's 70% off. Some beautiful pieces, some cuts I picked up, and then I did pick up some more fabric from LA Finch, and also I have some gifted fabric to show you that I received in the mail as well. So Wednesday is going to be a fabric haul. If you like fabric hauls, you might want to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss. So I got the fabric in. You probably heard the thunder. I got the fabric in and have since cut out the sleeves and the collar, and so I will be finishing up 2052. You should get it next week Sunday. I want that shirt back because I do want to wear it this summer. I'll probably wear it open for the most part for now and during the summer months, but I am so ready for that that top, that button up to be done, so I'm excited about that. Oh, status of my upcycle project, you guys, I have to show it to you. Okay, so I had to bring this over. So you know I have been working on it. I have been putzing with it because it's deconstructing, and it's not because I don't want to deconstruct. Even though I don't alter my clothes, it's funny, I don't enjoy alterations of clothes at all. And so usually if I make something, I've worn it and something needs to be altered, I'm usually not going to do that. I might, yeah, I'm usually not going to do that. But for this whole upcycling, it has been, it's just me getting over, scared that I'm gonna cut something wrong or take something apart wrong or something like that, but it's still showing me and teaching me, right? And so just so you all know, I have to get this done in July, only because Jen from Jen Restyling Fashion is holding me accountable to get this done in the month of July, and I have to show it to her. And so, and I said, okay, that's good, because I promised my subscribers for the past 2 months. It's like, girl, get it done. But the pockets are off the jeans. The waistband, can you tell the waistband is off? The belt loops are off. And let me show you. So this is where she is right now. See that? That's the waistband is completely off and the pockets are off, which I'm happy that it left a demarcation where the pockets were. I was hoping that once I took the pockets off, it wouldn't still, it would be a very noticeable that, oh, pockets belong here. So that did happen, so I am happy about that. And I completely took the zipper out, and you guys will see, and I've been recording bits and pieces as I go, so you know, okay, you'll know why I did all of that in the end. And so so yeah, I'm at the next phase. But you all should be getting that in July. You really should. It should be the final, I think subscriber pick will be the final Wednesday, and then this should be the final Sunday. So just subscribe and everything, and you'll see that. But the one thing that did happen, and I learned this during, you know, I'm fresh with the whole upcycling denim. My good seam ripper broke. I broke my good seam ripper. I've had this seam ripper for years. This is Seam Fix. You all know the kind with the little rubbery top and everything. I'm not going to get rid of it because I still like the rubbery top, but I do have to. It's like a little piece left. I don't know if you can even see that maybe I can still pick at or something, but but I'm going to keep it because I do like the rubbery thing on the top that, you know, you use to wipe away what do you call it, the threads. And so so yeah, I do like that, so I will keep it. But yeah, you guys, I have to get a couple more seam rippers, so I end up using the little bag scalpel to do away with some threads. But Jen suggested getting a pack of razors, and so I don't dull out those things, right? And you know, my seam ripper, get a couple extra seam rippers obviously, but also get a pack of razors, probably from the dollar store, and I can use that to get rid of, you know, cut things apart, like the band, because it was I believe it was the waistband or the pocket. I kept digging that and just kind of, yeah, that's when I broke my seam ripper. Okay, now the next thing is embroidery. And I'm actually sitting, I don't know if you can tell, there's my Bernina. Remember I acquired that Bernina late, I think it was November, December of 2023, just a few months ago. And so I have her set up. I need to go ahead and thread her up and get her ready for sewing. Found an awesome video that walks like through it all, and this is the Bernina Artista 180. I'll leave a link up to if you want to check out that video. So update, there is a Bernina, there's a store here, it's a quilt shop, but they specialize, they're a Bernina dealer. So remember when I went and had her service, I asked at that time, when I got it back, oh, do anybody teach how to use it? Now obviously they have all the latest and the newest Berninas, but I wanted to learn how to use this one. So praise God, they have an instructor that she is coming to my house. It's a 3-hour class, and that she's gonna come to my house and show me how to use the embroidery unit and do embroidery on it. And let me know if you all are interested in me recording that. I watched Whitney from Tomcat Stitcher. Is so funny because I think the day that I got the notification about the class, I saw Whitney's video pop up, and I was like, that's crazy, they got somebody in her area too that come to your house. And so I watched her video. But anyway, she's coming to the house, and she's going to teach me how to use the embroidery and have a project and everything that we're going to do on the machine. If you are interested in me recording little bits of that, let me know, because I think I was going to record a few, you know, little bits from it. But nothing was wrong with the machine. Everything functioned perfectly. There was nothing they had to fix or replace on the machine, and so I thank God for that. But yeah, she's coming over to teach me. It'll be coming up within the next week that she's scheduled to come through. And so yeah, I'm quite excited about that. For those who don't know, I already have an embroidery unit. It's right here, right there. It's the Brother SE400. That machine was gifted to me as well. Well, this one I did pay them a fair amount for the machine, but that one was sent to me, gifted to me by another sew sister. Woo, had to be at least 10 years ago. But and it's the SE400, which is a sewing / embroidery machine, but I was using it only for embroidery and making buttonholes. Well, I totally got away from the embroidery side of things because I used to use it for embroidery in my other business and everything. And once I saw all of the features on this, and I've always wanted to get back into embroidery, so because I've always wanted a multi-needle. But I want to master, take my time, there's no rush. I want to master just using a single needle and all of that. And so I was like, okay, I have that one now, and now with this Bernina. And so I'm like revved up to get back into embroidery, you guys, and back into, because I've had several things digitized for me that I use in my other business. And so one of the things I do want to learn is digitizing. I have been interested in wanting to learn that for years, and so yeah. But first and foremost, I want to get back. I want to learn how to embroider on the Bernina, and I'm gonna pull that one back out to do some embroidery on, because I do have some projects, but coming up that will happen this year. And so again, membership, you'll get first access and get to hear and see all of that. But anyway, you'll hear about all of that coming up, so I'm quite excited about that. So let's get into the new indie patterns. All right, so I only have 5, I think, new indie patterns, and I'm going to keep it nice, quick, and to the point. These again were released in June, except to the exception of one. I'll tell you who that is in a moment, because the pattern is on sale until Monday, the day after I think you're seeing this, so you will want to grab it if you're interested in it. But typically when I share new release of indie patterns, it's always those patterns that's obviously, I do the video the first Sunday of the month. So it's always the patterns that were released in June. And so I always highly recommend that if you like any of these patterns that I share, get on these people's newsletter list so you can see them as well. But I share the ones that I was most fascinated by or most interested in, and then I'll bring those to you here on the channel. So there's only 5 I wanted to share with you. I'm sorry, 6 I wanted to share with you today. And so like I said, one of them you would have just seen because I think it was my previous video. But anyway, one of the new patterns is Love Notions. It is a swimsuit pattern. It is the Clearwater Summer Essentials swimsuit pattern. So again, technically this is just released here in July, but because it's on sale for $9.50, and if you use my code, for those who do not know, I am a Love Notions brand ambassador. If you use my code SND3, the code has changed because a new quarter has started. We're now in July, August, September. So this code would expire September 30th, but use SND3 to get an additional 10% off of the new Clearwater Summer Essentials pattern. Okay, so it has 5 separates that can be mixed and matched for swim or athletic knits. So yes, you can use it for athletic wear, if I can get it out. And so you would have seen with a lot of the tester versions, people use them, you know, you can use them for if you're tennis dress with the little shorts underneath, all of that. So you have the tennis dress, tankini top, sports bra, bike shorts, and brief. I would have loved to test this and bring my firsthand experience with it, being fuller bust, larger size. You guys, I do want to do this. I would love to do this before the end of the summer. I did not have time, and I didn't have bandwidth to do testing for this one, but would have loved to. For one, I absolutely love Notion patterns because their sizing go up to 5X. It's very size inclusive. Their instructions are phenomenal. They do have a video on their channel for where to purchase. If you're new to purchasing swimsuit fabrics and different things of that nature, they do have a video on their channel for that. But it does have a bra, a built-in bra into the dress and tankini. Bike shorts have a panel gusset, which is nice to me, makes things more breathable, large side pockets. And it also has the full bust option. Of course, you always know, for me, I've read this on many patterns before about, oh, built-in shelf. I always question that because these girls are big and they're heavy. And so that's one of the things I really want to test with this, and because of all of the lovely options with this. You guys know, if you've been following my channel, and if you're new, I used to go to, I've made a couple swimsuits, and you guys know I used to always go to Aquafit. Absolutely love Aquafit class at the gym. Currently, since we've moved, is where we used to live, the gym, but where we live at now, the time for those classes is not very accommodating, and so I will more likely have to adjust my schedule to be able to attend those, which is not the end of the world. But I'll have to look and see. I haven't even looked at the classes because sometimes they change the class times when the summer kicks in and everything. So I have to check and see, because I would love to get back into Aquafit. You all know I'll give you an update on my weight loss journey at the August Sewing Buzz. I believe every other month. I believe I said I would give an update. But you all know I'm back on it, and it was not the exercise. I never stopped that. It was the eating part that needs to be put in check, and so that has been put in some serious check. So feeling good about that. But anyway, absolutely love going to Aquafit and all of that. But yeah, I would love to incorporate that back into my routine as well. And so anyway, it's leveled as a confident beginner. So, and yeah, so that for me, that tells me that, okay, you can do it. If this is your first swimsuit and this is something you want to try, you can do it. Give it a try. I will leave again a link down in the description box below. Now, I'm going to go over a couple bag patterns because all of these I have. Two of them I purchased, one I was a tester for. So let me share with you the one that I was a tester for first, which obviously means I do have the final pattern and everything. It is by Miss Bianca. Thanks, I made them. Many of you know her for her pattern weights and different things of that nature, and she's huge in the quilting world. But Metro Moves Clutch. This is a beautiful clutch. I'll pop up pictures because I don't have it in here with me, but it's termed, the skill level is experienced beginner. I'm not going to go over any details about the pattern, but I had, because I just did a full review and video and everything with the updates that she made to it based on tester feedback, so go check that out. But this is a beautiful, easy, it really is an easy pattern and a great begin. I think even though it says experienced beginner, I want to say it's termed that because of you do have the curves with the binding. I say still give it a try if this is the type of style that you like. But it is the Metro Moves Clutch by Thanks, I Made Them. Now, the next is a new to me designer. Actually, she's a black pattern designer. Rita is the owner and is Crafts Fully Made. And she dropped, when she dropped this, I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm in all kind of bag making groups, and I saw this pop up. I was like, I never heard of her. And so we communicated, and she's on the BHM Pattern Designers website now. But her bag, it is called the Amara handbag, and when I tell you, I was floored. Gorgeous, gorgeous bag. It is right here. She is all printed out and ready to go. It says her final size is 11 inches wide, 9 1/4 in height, and 4 inches deep. The features of the pattern is front weaving design, which is what I fell in love with it, and I have, yeah, I got an idea for that. A zipper pocket divider, rolled handles. I've never done a rolled handle before. I do have other bag patterns that have the rolled handle feature, and there's so many videos on YouTube, so I'm sure. I believe her pattern comes with video. I feel like it comes with video. So, yeah, it does. And so that's a good thing. I love when bag patterns come with videos because sometimes for what I might consider a tricky bit or something that I haven't tried before, it's always nice to see the designer actually do it. So it does have that, and also regular handles. So if you didn't want to do roll handles, you can do regular. I'm thinking I definitely want to try when I make this, and I am making this. This is something that I should be sharing with you in October, because I have this set aside for something very specific. It also features an interior slip pocket, interior zipper pocket, and drop-in lining. So I had to grab it. It's the Mara handbag. I will leave a link to her Etsy shop where you can purchase it down below. But yeah, when that dropped, I had to get it. The next one is Chris W. Designs bag patterns. Now, she dropped this in June as well, and when I saw it, I snatched it up. I have 2 other or 3 other Chris W. Designs patterns, and one is a wallet that I made that I totally flopped on. I shared that on the channel years ago, and she has it so long, and I was watching it as I was doing it, and I still messed that up. But anyway, all of her patterns come with videos, so which is nice, is everything is set up in the website that you can go back to and watch. And so I had to get this. This is called the Universal Add-on Wallet Panel. This is like phenomenal. You can add this to any pattern that you own. It does not have to be a Chris W. Designs pattern or anything. Say you have a tote pattern, or maybe it's a tote pattern that you created, because if you've watched YouTube videos like real simple tote patterns, you don't need a pattern for that. You can figure out the dimensions. They're just squares, and if you decide to do pockets on the outside, zip. If you get this could be your inside, your interior on one side, because it's 2 different styles. One where you got card slots and everything, and then a zipper, and you can put this inside whatever you design, whatever you create. I thought this was absolutely phenomenal. This here add-on had to have it, so I purchased it. And I actually want to because again, like I said, if you watch, there are so many free tote bag patterns out there in the sewing world, but also here on YouTube, and having made some bags myself. So over the years, what I have come to learn for a simple tote is usually, for me, it's the inside that, you know, I might struggle with on how to create something or add something. And this here add-on, brilliant. I don't have to overthink anything now for the inside, because I would totally use this. Maybe some outside detail features. And so yeah, I will be doing that. I actually will create my own, you know, tote bag, not pattern to sell or for purchase, but something that I just put together and then add this here and see how it turns out. Of course, I'm gonna take you along on that journey. But yeah, so I wanted to share that. Last 2, let me get to the last accessory item. This is by Pattern Fatiste. I always pronounce that wrong, but it's the bell hat. And this is there, and it's fully reversible, and it says it's with minimal structure and nice perfect floppy. It says for fall and everything like that. But listen, the reason I saw this and I was like, oh, and I forgot to purchase it while it was on sale. That's okay. But anyway, why I was drawn to this particular pattern is, as for those who don't know, but many of you already know, I walk every day, at least 6 to 7 days a week, and it's hot here. And I already have a visor type hat that I wear every day to keep my face protected. But I need more of those. There's my girl, Rebecca from Tribeca Designs. She has a video on how to do a visor using a placemat. She walks you all the way through it, which that visor is it looks pretty much like the visor I already wear that I purchased off of Amazon. But I was like, I need more because I sweat it out so much. So I always have to wash it and everything. And I put it in something so it doesn't like loop. It actually hasn't lost its shape. Because it does say it is washable. But I was like, it would be nice to have something like this bell hat. And I do want to make the one that Tribeca Designs did free on her channel. She showed how to do it with the placemat, with the whole visor thing, and all of that. And so it would be nice if I had at least probably, if I had 5 or 6 of those so I can interchange them more frequently, because right now I'm always washing the one I have, right? The one that I have. And so that's why I like that. The last pattern I'm going to share with you, it's a freebie. It's from Mood. And for those who are on Mood's mailing list, you already saw this. And they have, I feel like it's every couple weeks, if not weekly, they are releasing a free pattern. Dropping a free pattern that you can go download. Well, they have this one called the Tundra shirt dress. I thought this was so pretty. What drew me to it is the bishop sleeves, and I do like the whole button down, and the sleeves are raglan sleeves. At least, yeah, it is raglan sleeves. And so I thought the flowiness of this was like absolutely perfect for summer. Very beautiful. Now I have sewn up a couple Mood free patterns. The instructions, depending on who did it, sometimes can be kind of hit or miss, but this one looked simple enough. It's not overly intricate at all. It looks like the sleeves are gathered into the raglan head of the sleeve head, and but I love the bishop sleeves on that. I thought it was beautiful. I thought the flow of it was nice, and a nice button up. Absolutely perfect. So I thought that was a free one that you guys might be interested in. So that's it. I'm done rambling. Thank you all for those who had me playing in the background while I rambled. If you just were listening, you might want to pop back just to see what pictures I popped up on the screen if you're interested. But I appreciate you all, and I appreciate for any of those who decide to join the membership. There will be content coming up over there shortly here in the month of July, so stay tuned for that. I do already have a members only post up, and so check that out if you do decide to join. But yeah, I appreciate you all. I appreciate all of your support. Everything that I have talked about will be linked in the description box down below. Let me know if you're interested in the video for my one-on-one for the Bernina. I think that will be fun to share. So yeah, that is it, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed rest of your week, and come back for this haul on Wednesday. It's going to be a good one. All right, everybody. Bye.